Hey guys, Dr. B back, and what we're going to talk about today is how you're going to start getting rid of that low back pain, especially if you're starting to experience it after you're running. So here's what we're going to do. This is a lunge variation. Very commonly we see a lot of people do what's called the couch stretch. However, when we have back pain, we see a lot more hip involvement where that hip doesn't want to go through its full range of motion. So this stretch is a little bit more effective in helping to get that hip to unlock and get those muscles to unlock a little bit more significantly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually get into a lunging position. What we want to make sure is that we're trying to keep our pelvis tucked, and I actually want to round my back. The biggest thing when we see any type of back symptoms is that the body wants to go into this arch position because it feels like it wants to be protected, and it's hard to get out of it. So if we actually slouch, if we actually get bad posture, a lot of times that's actually going to help relax those muscles so we can actually get more of a stretch through that hip. So what we're going to do is I'm going to slouch a little bit through my rib cage. So I'm going to bring it around my shoulders and I'm going to tuck my butt. And what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to push my hip out, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I'm just going to go forward. And I'm only going as far forward as I feel a stretch while keeping my hip tucked. The other big key, if you don't feel that stretch, is getting this foot, this back foot, out towards the side that you're trying to stretch. That's going to help create a better hip position, which is then going to get a better stretch. So I'm going to hold it for 2-3 seconds, back out of it. We're helping to calm down that TFL. We're also trying to stretch out a little bit of that psoas, or some of these deeper hip flexor muscles as well. Now, in terms of the hip out, what we're looking for is once I'm here, I'm actually trying to push my hip out towards that side, which is going to help get a little bit of stretch through those glute muscles. This is going to help just kind of open up some of that tissue. It's going to open up that hip capsule. And when we do that, that's really going to help turn all this off so it's not firing against you, particularly after running, where most commonly we see, as we described in some of the other videos, the common cause for back pain with runners is that lack of hip extension. So that's what we want to try to get you back. That's what's going to help calm down those back muscles. So what you're going to do with this, you're going to do it for about 2-3 minutes. You're going to stretch for about 5 seconds, back off a little bit, try to go a little bit further. 2-3 minutes of that. Do both legs, even if you're feeling more symptomatic on one side. That's going to help start to get some relief for those symptoms you'll be having after you're done running. So check that out and let us know if you have any questions.